Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. And I'm here on the show to talk about some NFL news. So let's get around to it. I haven't uploaded any news in a day or two, so I'm going to get right into it. So, the Colts are considering a third round of interviews for head coaching vacancy. So, a third round of interviews for the Colts. Um, so I guess they're gonna have some interviews, a third interviews for coaches, and the Colts have no idea what they're doing. They just don't. I feel like Wentz, Ryan, and Wright, they were all scapegoated and blamed for internal organization issues when it's the Colts organization as a whole. Like any normal high-paying position with a lot at stake, and the Colts doing what every team should be doing. Like, and Ursay wants to emphasize that when he eventually ends up going with Jeff Saturday, he at least really strongly consider other candidates versus what Ursay's going to say, guaranteed. And they're doing all this just so they announce Jeff Saturday. The Colts are just a poverty franchise. Just what an embarrassment. And the franchise doesn't have a clue what it's doing. The Saints are interviewing former Rams defensive coordinator Joe Woods for their defensive coordinator job. Sources tell Police Rail and Ian Rappaport. Woods was on Dennis Allen's staff with the Raiders in 2014. I don't know why the Saints are interviewing Joe Woods. The former Rams defensive coordinator dude is trash. Did they not see the Rams defense last year? Don't do it. The Saints are literally making the most mid staff possible. Well, Joe Woods ain't mid. That's an insult to mid. He's less than mid. He is trash. When does the suffering end for Saints fans? Because they're done. Dennis Allen is trying to get people fired. Joe Woods ain't even going to last the whole season. He's going to last the whole season and get fired. I hope you like giving up a ton of points, Mr. Dennis Allen. Oh yeah, and Dennis Allen, part of that staff, Woods was on the staff. Didn't that team go 3-13, giving up like 452 points or whatever? That's damn near. This is damn near as bad as interviewing Hugh Jackson. Yeah, some more on the Colts news. They are nearly done with their second round of head coaching interviews and are considering a rare round three as well. Sources tell Mike Garofalo and Ian Rappaport. If they go that route, they bear down the list to a select few finals before making their decision on their next head coach. Coach GM Chris Ballard and owner Jim Irsay are conducting one of the more thorough searches we've seen. A lot of candidates and a lot of in-person interviews around 12 hours in some cases. So another round to make sure they're comfortable with their pick would fit. So that's the latest news on that. Colts fans are going to be pissed when eventually Jeff Saturday is announced as their full-time head coach. If I'm a Cannon, I believe I am the man for the job. I'd be turned off by the fact they need to take 3 interviews. Right. So the Texans have interviewed the Patriots tight end coach Nick Caley for their offensive coordinator job on DeMeco Ryan's staff. Source said a rising young coach. I mean, some people say, "Oh, their tight ends don't show this year," but people are missing the point. Tight ends not being good was an offensive play calling issue. Tight ends get offensive coordinator opportunities because they have to work with both the run game and pass game. McVay was the tight ends coach in Washington to start. But you didn't get much production out of Jonnu or Henry regardless if Patricia was terrorizing the season. But, I don't know. I don't know if this is the option. I'd probably try to go for somebody else. The Saints parted ways with co-defensive coordinator / secondary Chris Richard. Sources tell Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport, New Orleans' other co-defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen recently took the defensive coordinator job in Atlanta. Significant changes on D. Dennis Allen had 32nd and 31st ranked defenses with the Saints without Nielsen and Richard. Saints top 5 defenses. This is what happens when you're elite. But why can't you part ways with Dennis Allen? Changing everything on defense and keeping offense the same. Can the Saints get at least a little serious? Because their defense was top 5 last year. He's a good coach. I don't know why they would part ways. Their defense is going to get worse. And the defense wasn't the problem, it was the offense. The Dallas Cowboys. Remember, he used to be coaching the Cowboys. Cowboys should try and bring him back. So another finals for the Colts. One of the finals, the Colts are bringing in Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn for a second interviewing tomorrow for their vacant head coaching job. So pretty sure they've probably already done that interview today, or they're winding it down. So he's probably going to be one of the finalists. But the defense were the worst defense in the league this season, so I don't know if they want to get him for their vacant head coaching job. So the Panthers have requested permission to speak with Jaguars pass game coordinator Jim Bob Cooter for their offensive coordinator job. So we've said they've done the same for the Lions assistant head coach Deuce Staley for an elevated position on their staff. Jim Bob Cooter is quite a football name. Deuce has apparently already agreed to go to the Panthers, so I'm not sure what his role is, but it sounds like he's already told the Lions he's going. I'm pretty sure he'll be a running back coach. So the NFL placed Eagles' Josh Seals on the commissioner exempt list following today's indictment by a grand jury in Ohio. Seals may not participate in practices and games or travel with the team while on the list. It will be reviewed under the NFL's personal conduct policy. Obviously, he has charges for rape and kidnapping charges stemming from an incident in 2019. Good. He should be in jail. They should cut him. So Tua Tagovailoa has cleared the NFL's concussion protocol. So that's some good news. After he suffered that second concussion, he's cleared the protocol. But if he's just now cleared, that's a bad sign. So he met with several medical professionals in the process. They are confident he'll be 100% when the time comes for the time comes for football. Hopefully, this is the case for Tua Tagovailoa, and he doesn't suffer another concussion. Because if he suffers one more, he is done with football. The Commanders will interview 49ers assistant head coach and running backs coach Anthony Lynn today for their offensive coordinator opening. 49ers are getting raided in this offseason with their coaching staff. But this could be a good fit, possibly, but I don't know. He wasn't a great head coach, but I think he can make a defensive offensive coordinator in a year under the Shanahan system. Might have done him well to where he could get another offensive coordinator job. So, we have some more news. Tom Brady said yesterday he's retiring. He said, "This time I'm retiring for good." He's truly grateful today. He said, thanking all his coaches, the fans, and the greatest of all time is retired for the second time in 2 off seasons, but this time for good. Steps away from understanding his family considerations played a major role in the decision. Tom Brady wanted to play until 45 and now retires. But congrats to the GOAT. What a career for Tom Brady. 7 Super Bowl wins, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 NFL MVPs, 15 Pro Bowls, 6 All-Pros, most career wins, most career passing yards, most career passing touchdowns, probably most clutch player ever, made playoffs in 20 of 21 seasons. 88 playoff touchdowns, 13,400 playoff passing yards, 649 regular season touchdowns. Just what a career. been a privilege to watch Tom Brady play football. During an impressive first day at the Senior Bowl, Texas running back Roschon Johnson broke a bone in his hand at the beginning practice. Source said he played through it but likely won't be able to participate the rest of the week. He's a potential day 2 selection. Roschon is a dog at Texas. I think he'll be okay. Can't wait till he and Bijan get to the league, because both can be potential running back ones and will be great additions to whoever drafts them. Yeah, he's going to be a steal on the day 2, whoever picks him. The Texans are requesting to interview 49ers passing game coordinator Bobby Slowick for their vacant offensive coordinator job under new head coach DeMeco Ryans, source said. An impressive young coach, Slowick is another new branch from the Kyle Shanahan tree. This team's going to be good soon. This team's going to be good. The Texans are dumpster fire, but I think they're going to have the draft picks, they're going to have defensive talent, they're going to have good young prospects, a good young coaching staff, led by DeMeco Ryans. You could get a good offensive coordinator in there. They're going to be good. Yeah, that's the latest news from Ian Rappaport. We found some from Tom Pelissero here. Georgia running back Kenny McIntosh, who left Senior Bowl practice after getting twisted up trying to grab a loose ball, just had a bad cramp in his calf. He won't return today, but good news on one of the top draft's top running back prospects. So, there's that. Yeah, that's it. But, till next time, peace.